Welcome back to D&J React, where music sparks conversation.
Every day.
In today's conversation, it's BTS members who literally have royal blood. I think it was Suga, right, who had royal blood?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, they were talking something about Suga having royal blood, which is kind of crazy because I never knew that.
Neither did I, but it's pretty cool, man.
I don't think a lot of people knew that either, but I'm excited to jump in and see what that's all about because I heard a little bit about it, but I haven't jumped into it.
I want to hear the whole backstory to it.
Yeah, this is going to be good. But before we do, thank you everybody on GoFundMe and Patreon for all your love and support. We really appreciate you guys, so thank you
so much.
With that being said, let's jump in and find out the royal blood of Suga.
Jin and Taehyung's great-grandfather is the third prince of Korea during Silla dynasty. There are quite a few K-pop idols in the industry that are actually descendants of the royal Korean family from the Joseon dynasty and Silla period. Two of the BTS members, V and Jin, are confirmed to be part of the royal clans. Armies perceive BTS as kings, but do you know that some of the BTS members are confirmed to have royal blood? One of which are Kim Seokjin and Kim Taehyung, or most commonly known as Jin and V. You might wonder why they share the same worldwide handsome face. That's basically because they are considered as distant relatives because they shared a common ancestor, as they both belong to the Gyeongsan Kim clan.
Stop.
This clan was the most...
So how freaking crazy is that? Two of them that got picked to be in this band together that didn't know each other just randomly got picked, and their ancestor was like royal family, and both of them are related to this person.
That is like, the odds are out of this world.
1 billion to 1, right?
Yeah, like stupid crazy. But I thought it was Suga that.
That's what I thought too. I thought in one of the videos they said something about him, but
I don't know if it was true or not. But that was the only thing that I heard about royal blood being in the family was Suga. It was Suga's family.
Well, I mean, we're not through this yet, so maybe he's a part of it in another segment here.
Yeah, let's see.
Prominent clans during the Joseon dynasty. This clan traces its roots from third royal prince of Sinmu of Silla dynasty, and its 45th monarch, Yeonggwang, happened between 668 to 935. So BTS Jin was not joking when he said in V Live Run episode 63 that his family has royal blood and their ancestors were kings. The live variety show called BTS Run was made by Big Hit Entertainment. Through the show, armies can learn more about the personalities of the members of BTS. In one of the V Live episode of the program, a member of the Bangtan Boys revealed that their ancestors are part of the royal family. In the history of Korea, Jin mentioned that he comes from the Gyeongsan Kim lineage, which is an important royal family that had a great presence during the rule of the Joseon dynasty. The influence of their powerful clan lasted in government for more than 500 years. Another member of BTS, who is part of the descendants of the...
So I'm just wondering, if they're descendants of this royal family, does the royal family have like any influence within Korea at this current time? And if so, does that affect like...
How they got chosen.
Yeah, how they got chosen maybe, or like...
When we're over here in the US and Hollywood's a big deal, you always notice that like, you're like, how did certain people get famous? And you're like, oh, that's that person's kid, or that's that person's father. That makes sense. They already had their fingers dipped in the industry.
Through networking. It was people in the industry they knew or somehow related, and they got picked and chosen and put into place.
I mean, the 45th dynasty, that was like way back in the day. I mean, that fades out after a while and new people take over. So I don't know if that has an effect or not, but that's how it works over here, is like you're in the industry, and these people that you see all the time on TV, it's because they're related to someone. They're connected
in some way, shape, or form. Not everybody, but a good portion
of them.
But I'm wondering if this has kind of any influence at all whatsoever, like in their career.
I don't know. You know? That's a good question. I have no idea.
People behind the scenes pulling little strings, helping out here and there or something, maybe?
Maybe, I don't know.
The Gyeongsan Kim family is Kim Taehyung. He is part of the Kim clan, and the direct relative of King Sinmu of Silla, the 45th monarchy of South Korea. Here's a whole Wikipedia list of their Gyeongsan Kim clan. In addition, clans have separate branches, so even though Jin and Tae are both Gyeongsan Kims, Jin mentions himself being of a royal descendant. This means his section might be closer to Queen In-young than Tae's. However, the Wangs and Kims were all well respected. They even produced a queen and king at the same time. In other words, Jin and Tae-young are related to Queen In-young, who's the consort of King Suk-jong of Joseon Dynasty. Obviously, they both have the same surname, which is Kim. That means gold. You might ask, what about Arim's real name, which is Kim Namjoon? He also has Kim's surname. In Namjoon's case, he is unrelated to Sukjin and Taeyoung's clan. It is believed that he is part of Gangnam Kim clan. Gangnam Kims trace their ancestry back to Kim Joo-won. In fact, Kim Namjoon's distant ancestor, Kim Joo-won, was supposed to ascend to the throne as king. However, he couldn't ascend to the throne due to the heavy rainstorms during that time. In Korea, it is believed that kings were supposed to hold the mandate of heaven, or sky mandate. Aside from that, if a disastrous natural phenomenon such as heavy rainfall appears during the arranged time when the king was about to ascend to the throne, this were interpreted as a bad omen, indicating that the sky god did not agree with the newly chosen king. Because of this, Kim Joo-won could not ascend to the throne. Namjoon's ancestors lead the unification of Korea's three kingdoms. Namjoon's ancestors come from Gangnam Kim clan of Gangneung, Gangwon province. The progenitor was Kim Joo-won, who was a descendant of King Muyal of Silla. Anyways, even though RM is not from the same clan as Jin and V, the three of them are referred to as the more inclusive Kim brothers. However, BTS Jin and V have a nickname of their own. It's a nickname that the fans gave specifically for the two of them together, and that is the Gwangsan Kims. BTS V and Jin have ancestors of royalty. Could they have been princes? Not only Jin and V but also Suga.
Brother,
However, Suga is from the Min clan and it wasn't as high up as the Kim clan, because unlike the clan where V and Jin who are direct descendants of a king, Min Young-gi was believed to be a descendant of the last empress of Korea. Is it possible that Queen Min is Min Young-gi's great-great-grandmother? Suga's family name is by far the most unique among Korean surnames. His family name, which is Min, is one of the rarest surnames. Young is believed to be part of Yeohungmin clan. Their clan produced few queens, one of which is Queen Wang Yuang, consort of King Taejong, and Queen In-yeon, consort of King Suk-jong. As stated a while back, Queen In-yeon was King Suk-young's second wife, his first being Queen In-yeon, who was a Gwangsan Kim, which is V and Jin's descendant. Yeohungmins come from Min Shinto, who was a Chinese emissary sent to Korea by the Song dynasty. He was a descendant of Min Sun, one of Confucius's pupils. Min Sun was one of the 24 Confucian paragons of filial piety. The Yeohungmins were not seen positively by the masses, since the empresses used their power to install members of their families in high positions. The most common question being asked is that, if Suga's grandmother is the last queen of Korea, why did he grow up poor? The simple answer is, Japanese invaded Korea, and as the Japanese cut off the power of the royal family were divorced and had lost their influence in Korea. The main concept of BTS Suga being closely related to the last empress of Korea was due to his family name. His clan is the Yeohungmin clan. The clan is very famous throughout Korean history, for its members have held him.
This is getting even more crazy now, because every single one of them traces back to royal blood, and now they're like the biggest stars in the world.
That's why I said, I wonder if all of these different royal families have some type of influence
to keep their name in power.
Keep their name in power, or at least in the limelight. People know and recognize them. It doesn't just fade into history, you know what I mean? I don't know. That's just way too much coincidences that you have 7 guys. So far, this is what, 4 of them. They haven't even got to the rest of them yet. Are of royal blood and descendants of these like kings and queens and empresses. Like, What are the odds you're going to randomly pick a couple of guys off the street and they all happen to be from royal blood?
No,
and they
that's
all turn
wild.
into the world's biggest superstars.
Wild, dude. I'm not taking anything away from them by any means.
No,
That's not what
no.
I'm saying. I think the coincidences are just coincidence after coincidence after coincidence after coincidence. It's like, bro, there's
something,
not really such thing as that many coincidences.
That's why I'm wondering, like, do these families still have some kind of pull within the country or industries, or to be able to like pull strings behind the scenes to make things happen somehow?
I'm
You know
not
what I mean?
sure, dude, but the remember at like the beginning, like, oh, they didn't have much money and stuff, like, you know, when they started, I'm like, well, I don't know, bro. It's just too many coincidences. It doesn't really make sense.
Yeah, we're not
like,
taking away anything of the hard work the guys did, because obviously they worked their asses off and they got to where they are
But it's
by
like
working
with
hard.
no money, they're competing with the biggest corporations and still beat them all out. It's like, does the royal blood, royal family shit have something to do with that? Like backdoor, like handing them money to like keep going, but on the front lines, it doesn't look like they have any money, and they're keeping that story intact to make it look like they're organically growing. You know what I mean?
I don't know, dude. But this is wild, man. To like, so far out of 7, 4 are of royal blood descendant. And like I said, just randomly, these 4 random people just got picked off the street corner, thrown together
Those
in a mix.
stories with them picking them off the street just by looks, I'm like, and they have the talent. They can sing, they can dance, they have the
everything.
mental fortitude to push through crazy times.
But you
like,
would expect that from like royal blood, from that kind of descendant. Like, that's the level of person you're dealing with.
yeah.
You know, so it's like all these little things. I don't know, man. There's so many like little coincidences.
No, this is definitely a lot of coincidences.
A lot
for
of twists
sure.
and turns now.
Yeah.
Important positions in the government. 4 queens of the Joseon dynasty came from this clan. Both Min and Kim clans were in top honorable clans during Joseon period, but Wang's and Kim clan were in higher position than Yo Young Min clan. However, you can't say that someone has a royal lineage just because of his or her name, because in Korea, surnames are often given as a gift and sometimes sold in some reasons, so you can't tell everything in detail just by someone's family name. However, it's strange that Suga's name was once listed in Yo Young Min clan in Wikipedia, and few weeks later, his name was removed and no one knows why.
Oh, really?
In conclusion, it doesn't really matter if they have royal
Maybe to
blood
keep
or
that
not.
story intact from the beginning, like they didn't have a lot of money and stuff, and they don't want to be correlated with the rich bloodline because that'll ruin the story of them being poor at the beginning and
that's
having
very
organic
possible.
growth.
That's very possible.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild that Wikipedia had it listed there, and then all of a sudden it just magically got removed. It just disappeared. Kind of odd.
I wonder.
Because in ARMY's eyes, they're kings. BTS are entitled as the kings of K-pop, but most of the time they literally look like actual kings too. Here are some pictures of BTS that will make you think they have royal blood.
Some sick outfits.
Yeah, seriously. So, I always kind of wondered that. So, like, we've seen so many videos with them in similar outfits to this, and I always wonder, like, where do they come up with, like, the outfits are, like, so elaborate, and they do look like something a king or a prince would wear, and it's like, why would you choose that? Like, it didn't
Out
make
of all
sense.
clothing, why would you wear that?
Yeah, exactly. And the things that are, like, relevant today that, you know, teens or 20-year-olds would be wearing, and they're wearing stuff like this that is
From like the 18th century,
yeah,
17th century.
exactly, that kings and princes would wear. And now this makes sense. Now it all comes together, and I'm like, oh, all right, I get it.
There's so many like little conspiracies that you can make up about this whole situation. I'm not going to get into it and put that all out there, but it's just very fascinating the amount of coincidences.
But it makes you think a lot, you know?
Yeah, it's like maybe this all was like just an elaborate story at the beginning for organic growth, but in reality, the backdoor money coming through the royal family and the higher ups of the government to keep the royal family name alive.
Yeah, through these 7 guys.
Through these 7 guys, and now they're #1 ranked, and their music's being pushed everywhere, and
it makes you wonder. I mean,
I still don't take this,
this
as serious of what I'm saying, but it's just crazy the amount of coincidence, and I still respect and love these guys, and their music is incredible, and I listen to it every single day. But it's just like now it's like got my brain turning a little bit about the story that they're telling here.
Yeah, you got to realize we like start to analyze things, and we look a lot deeper than probably most people. Most fans are just fans of the guys, and no matter what the guys do, they're always going to be gods of everything, and they don't look past that. And like, we're going to dig deeper and start looking behind the scenes, and like
I self-analyze myself.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
I'm super critical on myself, so
always.
You hear stuff like this that's completely different from everything that you heard, you're like, oh shit, like let me start thinking
maybe there's a backstory, maybe there's something else to what's happening here, and it just makes us think. We're not saying any of this as proof or that this is fact at all. So please don't take it as that.
Yeah, but this is very interesting though.
Because now we know the comments are going to blow up and you guys don't know what you're talking about.
This is very interesting though. Yeah.
The first feature of Korean name is family clan, aka 본관. And all of the family names have Chinese character and also have their family clans. Even though people use same Chinese character, their family clans can be different. In BTS members, there are 3 games: Kim Seokjin, Kim Namjoon, Kim Taehyung. In one BTS episode or Bangtanbam, I saw some subtitles like Gwangsan Gims. In here, Gwangsan Gim, Gwangsan is the family clan. Family clans show where your ancestors came from. Especially family clans are someplace. Gwangsan is the town of southwestern Korea. Kim Namjoon's 본관 family clan is Gangneung. Gangneung is located in the east of Korea. Park Jimin's family clan is Miryang박. Miryang is also city, and there is Korean movie named Miryang. Min Yoongi's family clan is Yeoheung. Jung Ho-seok's family clan is Hadong. Jeon Jungkook's family clan is Damyang.
Don't forget to subscribe for more BTS
wow, dude, I was
related
hoping it was
videos.
going to keep going. It was like just getting interesting with all that. I was hoping she's going to keep going deeper.
That is actually really fascinating, though. There's another video right there, BTS family background, their backstory with them. We might have to watch that one next.
Suga's grandmother.
But holy crap, dude.
The last queen.
Amount of coincidences there is kind of mind-blowing. Like, what other band out there has that many coincidences?
I've never heard of any other bands like that have that much like royal blood between members. So, and 2 of them being connected to one.
That's even more crazy.
That's wild. Like, what are the coincidences? What are the odds of that?
Very, very, very slim. Like, fucking
So
super
crazy.
slim to none, honestly.
Yeah, I definitely want to watch this other one. Suga's grandmother is the last queen of Korea.
That's fascinating.
That's gonna be amazing.
Wow, I was not expecting all that. When we started this video, I was like, it's Suga. Like I already kind of like from like seeing a video like this, like it's Suga, like he's the only one, and then boom, like almost all of them.
Yeah.
Like bro,
what are the odds?
Come on, dude, that's insane. But,
so impressive though.
Yeah,
guys
are
are
impressive.
Like, as we get deeper and deeper into this, man,
you just learn
just
so much of it. It's like these guys have like 75 different lives.
Yeah,
it's like
literally
insane, man.
Yeah.
Good stuff, guys. Let us
Love
know
it.
in the comments any more videos like this. We love deep diving in on the guys and learning more about their history and their family's history. It's super fascinating stuff. But yeah, make sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification for more. Jump over to Patreon. We got a ton of BTS exclusive content over there for you guys. You guys can drop your song picks as well in the chat that we built over there. We'll just add them to our monthly list of things we're working on. And you guys can enter into the polls, into the raffles to get your songs played quicker. So go check that out. We're giving 7 days away for free and 15% discount when you pay up front for the year. Again, guys, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.
peace.